Well, for college football fans of the Big Ten and other conferences, it's been an off-season of angst, uncertainty, and ultimately disappointment after an August announcement that there would be no fall season. But now the Big Ten and other leagues are preparing to give it another try beginning later this month. Our Inside Indiana sports reporter Bill Benner has more on some Indiana perspective. Bill.
Gary, thanks. Indeed, the Big Ten said that under strict COVID-19 protocols, that includes no fans in attendance, a 9-game season will commence on the weekend of October 23rd and 24th, and other leagues like the Mid-American Conference have followed suit. And joining us today to discuss the protocols, what it means for his athletic department and others is Indiana University Vice President, Director of Intercollegiate Athletics, Scott Dolson. And Scott, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for making time to come on with us.
Great. Thanks for having me, Bill. Good to see you.
Well, and I have to start out again with the on again and then off and then now back on. For you, your Purdue counterpart, Mike Bobinski, and the other 12 ADs, this has to have been a very tumultuous time. How have you dealt with all that during this time?
Yeah, it was definitely challenging, Bill, in terms of just like you said, the kind of on, off, and back on. But number one, I give our staff a lot of credit. Tom Allen, our strength coordinator, Aaron Wellman. So internally, really keeping our student athletes focused, continuing to work out, stay in shape, kind of be mentally ready just in case. And then, as you mentioned, with Mike Bobinski and my fellow AD colleagues, really to make certain that we were listening to the medical experts, which is why originally it was postponed. And fortunately for us, enough advances happened and we're able to do the things that where the medical experts felt comfortable moving forward, which was great news for everybody. So certainly been a challenging time, but again, all in all, I think everybody did the right things with the decisions along the way.
Certainly the ultimate decision was that of the Big Ten Commissioner and his office, but also the Big Ten Council of Presidents and Chancellors. How much did they involve, and I would anticipate it was quite a bit, how much did they involve your staff and the medical people in coming to this final decision to get the season going again?
Yeah, they involved us a lot, Bill, to be honest with you. We really worked closely with Commissioner Warren, and we said again from the start that we listened to the medical experts. And from the time we postponed, we really worked diligently to try to look into whether it was the testing availability to make certain it was uniform across the Big Ten, the cardiac restart protocols, and then ultimately, on our individual campuses, work closely with your president or your chancellor. I give President McRobbie so much credit. We worked really closely together. I kept him informed as we were getting details. And then ultimately, as you said, it flows up through the presidents and chancellors, and the medical experts came up with a great plan. Our own Dr. Larry Rink, who's here on campus and been an advisor for us for years, did a terrific job in leading the way, really, in the Big Ten and developing particularly some cardiac protocols that everybody felt comfortable recommending. That then ultimately the presidents and chancellors made the decision to go ahead and let us restart, which was really a great thing for all of us.
Scott, the league announced this week an agreement with a company called Biodesics, Cadell Corporation, which will assist in the daily testing on all 14 Big Ten campuses. That testing has started, and just talk generally about some of the protocols.
Yeah, that was really a really game changer for everybody. So there was uniform, the same tests, same people applying the tests across the conference. For us here at IU, we were really fortunate that we set up our own lab about 2.5 weeks ago in our in the Terrytown Football Complex lounge, where we were really starting the daily testing process, where we had acquired some tests on our own to get that going. So when we were able to start with the Biodesics team and getting our new testing abilities going, that we kind of hit the ground running and sort of had it set up for them to come in and take it over. So really proud of our athletics team who got that set up, worked closely with our university administration, and really utilized some capacity that we had on campus to get things going. So we were ready to go when things started up across the Big Ten.
Scott, briefly, the other fall sports, cross country, soccer, volleyball, they will still be contested in the spring. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, there was a couple of reasons behind that. Number one, the NCAA championships for those fall sports were moved to the spring. And then in addition to that, we really felt in talking among the Big Ten athletic directors and the commissioner that we really wanted to make certain we get football going and really work the kinks out and understand kind of how things evolve regarding the protocols. And ultimately, we'll be in a better position to move forward with the fall sports in the spring. But right now, it's just football getting going here in a few weeks.
Scott, just about a minute left. October 24th, 10th ranked Penn State comes to Bloomington. Certainly no easy task there for Coach Tom Allen. But again, emphasize no fans, no tailgating on university property, and so it will be a kind of a bare bones operation.
Yeah, it'll definitely be different. And yeah, certainly we wish we had fans here. We wish we had you here, Bill, for sure. And we wish we had tailgating, but that's part of kind of making certain uniform across the Big Ten. And really because we had different guidelines from communities across the Big Ten, we felt it was best to go that way. So we'll have the families and parents of players and staff. But other than that, it'll be a pretty skeleton operation. But again, we're just excited to get going and really appreciate the work of our president, certainly the commissioner of the Big Ten and all of the presidents across the Big Ten to get things going.
Well, Scott Dolson, the new Indiana University Athletic Director and Vice President of Intercollegiate Athletics, we certainly appreciate you coming on the program. We wish you the best, and we do indeed look forward to seeing football from Bloomington, West Lafayette, and the other Big Ten conference campuses soon. Thanks for being on the show.
Hey, thanks again for having me, Bill. Really appreciate it. Go IU.
All right. Thanks, Scott. Gary, back to you.